Spring has arrived. The clocks have gone forward, the sunshine around. It's all wonderful. Looking forward to yet again a great summer, months and months of sunshine and heat and warmth. People walking around in shorts and t-shirts. It is astonishing if you go around central London and drive around central London, as I do, to see how many people have come out and how many tourists there are. If you sit outside a cafe somewhere like Soho, which I often do, sipping your cappuccino or cafe latte, and you look at all the people walking by, it is amazing the amount of people who are not English or British who seem to gravitate to the centre of London. This is a very beautiful city. It's a city packed with the most fabulous aspects, as well as some dreadful ones, I'm here to say. I love London. I've always loved London. It's my city, it's where I was born, and it's where I hope I will die. Not too soon, I hope. I'm feeling healthy, happy and hearty. Yes, I used to sit on the grass in Soho Square from 1965 onwards, and it remained my office for many happy years. Paul McCartney's office is right next door. I came across this wonderful old clip of Top of the Pops from 1971, which got sent to me. It's not in great condition, but enjoy it.
17, can't be his age. Anyway, who's Jonathan, lovely, you're looking suitably outrageous.
My Piglet t-shirt.
Are you here as the Piglets, the Weathermen, or what? Or as yourself?
Well, I'm here as me. I'm here as me, genuinely to say it's lovely to be here on the 400th anniversary.
Lovely, okay then. Right now, though, we're going to go back to music, and here's...
He's grown his hair a bit, but it's smooth, not too long. And he wears a baseball shirt with a number 17 on. He looks great in his big white basketball boots. He's stupid over football and he looks me in the eye when he shoots. Reggae, 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 here comes Johnny Reggae. Johnny Reggae, reggae, lay it on me, on me.
Number 19 last week. This week it shot up to the number 7 sound. Sound of the Piglets, and a story all about a guy called Johnny Reggae then.
He'll always start a fight for me. He's always on the phone. At the dance hall in the evening, he'll always take me home. In his fringe and buckle stompers and his two-tone tonic strides. He's a real tasty geezer, and I'm his here inside. Reggae, 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 here comes Johnny Reggae. Johnny Reggae, reggae, lay it on me. Reggae, 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 here comes Johnny Reggae. Johnny Reggae, reggae, lay it on me. Reggae, 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 here comes Johnny Reggae. Johnny Reggae, reggae, lay it on me. Reggae, 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 here comes Johnny Reggae. Johnny Reggae, reggae, lay it on me. Johnny Reggae! Reggae, 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 here comes Johnny Reggae. Johnny Reggae, reggae, lay it on me. Reggae, 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 here comes Johnny Reggae. Johnny Reggae, reggae, lay it on me. Reggae, 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 here comes Johnny Reggae. Johnny Reggae, reggae, lay it on me.
You're on. Thank you, Fireman. Just checking there's nobody smoking. Now, thank you very much then to the Piglets and Johnny Reggae, and welcome on our 400th programme to two long-serving members. First, lovely Sandy Shaw. When was the first time you were on the programme, Sandy? Can you think back?
When it started, about 7 years ago. They used to do it in a church hall in Manchester.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you sing then?
Hymns. No, I used to sing, well, the first
Quite
thing I
funny,
did
aren't you,
was
really?
always something there to remind me.
Well, there always will be, won't there?
Oh, you're lovely.
7 years. Oh. Sandy. And Johnny, how long have you been musical director in the show?
Oh, well, just on about 6 years now.
Six
and a
Well, of
half
course,
years, yes.
you did Cast Your Fate to the Wind, didn't you?
Yes.
So that's the
yes.
man that did Cast Your Fate to the Wind with sounds orchestral, so really
That's
it's
right,
lovely to have you both.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah?
I touched briefly last week on the false allegations industry bringing down all sorts of people. In the past, of course, it's mainly been celebrities in music, like myself, DJs, people like Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Kevin Spacey, attempted against people. You'll notice one thing all these people had in common, whether it was boys or girls they were being accused of, is they were all reasonably considered to be wealthy. Well, it's now moved on, and of course it's going on now very much into public service. And we saw Varadkar in the Republic of Ireland. I don't know whether there were any kind of false allegations against him or why he decided to resign, but he resigned, and he is, of course, a gay man, and the gay area is the worst area of all for false allegations and fake claims of the wealthy. And then we saw Donaldson, the boss of the DUP in Northern Ireland, quit because of allegations of sexual impropriety going on in his past. Again, I know nothing about the truth or falsehood of any of those. And of course, as happens in all these things, then various other people come out of the woodwork sniffing cash, in my opinion, and they also make claims whether they've met the person or not at all. Because in these days the laws are simply you are guilty unless you can prove yourself innocent. The old attitude, which was basically the assumption of innocence, has gone completely. And these days, because the media likes a great story, you are presumed guilty until or unless you can prove otherwise. I'm still battling on to have my wrongful convictions from 2001 overturned. My case is with the CCRC, the Criminal Case Review Commission, at this very moment being considered, but it's been 24 years, and I don't suppose I hold much hope, despite the fact that, as you know, the Andrew Malkinson case proves that the CCRC was not fit for purpose, as they didn't send it back to the Court of Appeal for numerous times over numerous years, where he had proof, as the Court of Appeal found eventually, of his innocence, until he managed, or his lawyers managed, to find proof of DNA that did not exist. His DNA did not exist, and other people's did, on the victim, and then he was suddenly acquitted, or his conviction was quashed. But there were the other times for 17 years that he had to spend in prison. All the post office people, that the government now has actually said the CCRC is not fit for purpose, and all 800 people, or most of them, should now have their convictions quashed. It is ridiculous, but it's far, far worse in the false allegations industry, and that is what now is bringing down politicians. My suspicion last week that this could be what will happen to Keir Starmer, and I have to say dozens of others, remains and gets stronger every day as we see other people get done for this same sort of thing. I was astonished that Boris Johnson never got done for it, but I suspect they actually found he had so many other reasons to dump him, they could use those instead. Likewise, Donald Trump. They tried desperately with that ghastly porn star Bint, who managed to make millions from him, just like that awful, dreadful woman, Virgin Giuffre, or Roberts, or whatever her name was, managed to make millions from Prince Andrew and others. These days, people just can't even for a second suspect that these are lies. These are people after money. Well, the time has come when I think they are going to be exposed.
When I saw you standing at the bar, I knew you were going to be a star. Something told me we would go far. That was then, now here we are. Things don't always go quite as planned. Sometimes a singer's out of time with the band. I looked in your eyes, I held on to your hand, and sadly knew where we stand. You don't love me, but I do love you. What's a girl to do? You don't love me, but I do love you. What's a girl to do? After daylight, night descends. We must accept the love God sends. When we know the loving ends, we must hope we'll still be friends. You don't love me, but I do love you. What's a girl to do? You don't love me, but I do love you. I know the feeling will cut like a knife when I pass you on the street with your kids and your wife. I won't be wishing you trouble and strife, but a really happy life. You don't love me, but I do love you. What's a girl to do? You don't love me, but I do love you. What's a girl to do? You don't love me, but I do love you. What's a girl to do? You don't love me, but I do love you. What's a girl to do? You don't love me, but I do love you. What's a girl to do?
I love amateur dancing, but talking about dancing, I went to see MJ the musical, Michael Jackson the musical. It is absolutely fabulous. I was prompted because I read a letter in, I think, the Times from my old friend Lord Grade, Michael Grade, criticising critics who had said it wasn't that great. Of course, the reason that some critics didn't like it is because it didn't go into all the false allegations about him. It's mind-bogglingly stupid. This show is fantastic. Great, fabulous sound. Obviously, music, brilliant. The performances are fantastic. Everything about it, the choreography, it's just absolutely brilliant. I have to say, go and see it, MJ the musical. I had lunch with two old friends who I've known since the 70s. Brendan, who was on my record label, and Nick, who I've known for years, and spent some time with him in Tangier with my other friend Noel. It was a lovely catch-up, and we had a delicious meal and chatted. I'm very fond of both of them. Both volunteered to be character witnesses at my trial, but weren't necessary. Brendan had a huge hit called Gimme Some, which I've played you before, but I've just come across this footage.
From the one and only Brendan.
Give me some of your sweet love. Give me some. Give me some. Oh, give me some of your sweet love. Oh, darling, it's your love I need. I need me some
course. I would now like to introduce...
Jimmy Savell himself, of course, was an early victim after death, and his gravestone was removed, of this false allegations industry. This industry where the media covers something, exaggerates it, the original false accusers, some of whom genuinely believed they were abused, exaggerates it, and you get this situation exactly the same as what happened to Michael Jackson, who I'm absolutely sure never did the things that he was accused of, but after his death, loads of people came forward suggesting that he'd done things, accusing him of things, trying to get money from his estate and all the rest of it, knowing full well that he can't appear to deny it all, and hoping to get some money. It is an absolute disgrace, but it's even worse when it influences us, members of the public, and people like critics, who then will review a brilliant show like MJ the Musical, which I urge you to go and see. It is absolutely fantastic, for not featuring the lies of the false accusers. God knows what they're going to do to Prince Andrew after his death with that awful bint who accused him of rubbish and made, I think, 12 million quid out of it. It is a disgusting situation. Talking of Prince Andrew, I managed to watch Scoop on Netflix, the new show about his interview. It's actually very good, especially Rufus Sewell, who is brilliant as Prince Andrew. But it did rather frighten me, thinking of people like Michael Jackson and Jimmy Savell and Prince Andrew and so on. People go into these things and watch these things already convinced of what their belief is, mainly because of what the media has told them to believe, and we all tend to obey the media. We don't have the time or the inclination to think for ourselves, let alone to think deeply. I thought the actual Prince Andrew interview itself and Scoop, the show, showed that Prince Andrew was a pretty decent guy with a lot of charm, although rather a cold charm, and whether or not he was guilty or not guilty, who knows? None of us know. But what we do know is what the reaction by the media and the public and the viewers was. Now, when I watched the original, I thought he came across very well. And even watching Scoop, which is clearly biased against him, I thought he came across very well. But most people simply cannot accept the fact that the vast majority of accusers, especially of anything sexual, and especially of anything historically sexual, are exaggerating, if not completely lying. And that, to me, is the main point that nobody seems to accept, or very few seem to accept. Most allegations about sexual activity are either exaggerated or totally false. Having breakfast with friends and discussing how Israel are mirroring the Nazi excuses in their excuses for killing the aid workers. It's as though the Nazis said, "Oh, we're terribly sorry. We've fired 2 main executives who put poison gas instead of water into the showers in those nice holiday camps we set up for people we didn't really agree with." I'm lucky enough in my old age, I'm approaching 80, to still have lots of friends and see them all the time, although sadly many are now dropping off the twig, which I probably will one day. Let's hope it's not before A Victim Bites Back, episode 76. See you then.